Hello. If your goal is to bring in extra cash while you grow your full-time career, go to school or make it to Hollywood, then a traditional gig on the side is probably what you're looking for. Ideal hustles are flexible enough that you can do them when you are available and have time. But not every side hustle is scalable. Some simply serve the purpose of giving you more money in exchange for a little more of your time. The following side hustles are ideal if you just want the extra cash, but you aren't worried about starting a future entrepreneurial empire. 6 best side hustles to make money. 1. Make food or grocery deliveries. If you have a car and are looking for something that's pretty much guaranteed to be available anytime and anywhere, so long as you live in a municipality large enough to sustain it, then consider becoming a food delivery driver. While not the most glamorous side hustle idea, you can make legitimate cash driving for a company like Uber Eats or Instacart. The convenience of delivery is an in-demand service, especially in 2022. Who doesn't want their groceries to just show up? In a large city, chances are this can be a solid stream of income. The downside to making deliveries is that you do need a car available, or a bike in some cases. But unlike taxiing people around, you don't have to keep it spotless for passengers. You'll also need stellar time management skills because the faster you deliver, the more money you can make. 2. Complete online surveys. It's highly unlikely that anyone is going to become a millionaire from filling out online surveys. But you can absolutely make a little extra cash in your downtime if you dedicate it to sharing your opinion with companies looking for it. Online surveys don't provide a lot of extra income, nor are they consistent or scalable. But they're a popular way to make money online because they can be done while you're waiting in line, sitting on the train, or watching the latest bingeable show on Netflix. Most surveys only take a few minutes of your time, and those that take longer usually pay a tad bit more. This side gig is easy to get into. You simply head to a site like Swagbucks or Tolana, fill out a profile and wait for them to send you surveys that are looking for someone like you. 3. Drive for Uber or Lyft. Driving for Uber or Lyft isn't the perfect side hustle for everyone. But if you enjoy driving around and have regular access to a vehicle to pick up and drop off passengers, it can be a great way to bring in extra money. What makes rideshare driving such an appealing gig is that you only have to work when you want to. Drivers create their own schedules and make money at times that work best for them. There are people who chose to make operating a rideshare car their full-time income. Unfortunately, this option isn't available unless you live in a large city that allows services like this to run. In Canada, cities like Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal and Calgary allow for rideshare drivers, but not all of those with smaller populations allow for more modern transportation options. You also have to have access to a vehicle that meets the requirements of the rideshare service that you want to drive for. While this varies depending on the company and city, they often require a newer vehicle with at least 5 seats that are damage-free. However, there are a number of small business tax deductions you can take when you're running a sole proprietorship like this. 4. Try car sharing. As opposed to ride sharing, Uber, Lyft, etc., car sharing refers to renting your actual car out to someone else, instead of providing the driving services yourself. As with the previous side hustle idea, you'll obviously need a car to make this work, but car sharing is becoming an increasingly popular and viable way to get from point A to point B in a variety of professional and personal contexts. In its website section for how to list your car, the car sharing app Turo invites you to share your car whenever you're not using it and earn an average of $620 per month on Turo, the world's largest car sharing marketplace. Obviously, there are approval and insurance processes to look into, but most car sharing apps have streamlined the registration to make it quick and, relatively, painless. So if you have the time, the wheels, and the setup to make it work, car sharing might be a viable option to make a few extra $100 per month. 5. Sell or flip used products. Chances are, there are a ton of things in your house right now that you aren't using. They're tucked away in a box or on a shelf, gathering dust instead of making you money. Savvy side hustlers use platforms like eBay, Craigslist, Kijiji, Facebook Marketplace, and even Amazon to upload used merchandise for a pretty profit. This isn't restricted to items you already own either. You can scope out products that you can buy cheap and flip online for a higher profit. Or even use Amazon's Filled by Amazon program to resell inventory. The beauty of selling second-hand goods is that you can work in any niche you're interested in, from books and clothing to kitchenware and vintage furniture. While this is mostly a part-time, off-hours gig, there could be potential to scale if you get savvy with it. The downside to a side hustle in second-hand sales is that there is a lot of heavy lifting involved. You need to source, store, and market your business and products. You're also restricted to the rules that the platform you choose to use has, which could include the type or quality of the item. 6. Tutor online. If you're knowledgeable about a particular subject, or several subjects, offering to tutor can be a great option to bring in money. Tutoring can pay via session or hourly, and you can easily bring in a few $100s a month. You can take on private tutoring clients on a local or international level through an online platform like Skype. Or you can connect with a company like Wicked or Brainfuse that pays an hourly or contract rate but help you obtain clients. Teaching English is a popular tutoring gig for those who want to work and travel. The online experience could potentially lead to in-person jobs in other countries if that's something that sounds appealing to you. However, there are often specific requirements to teach English. Tutoring is not a great option if you are looking for future scalability, simply because tutoring usually happens in a one-on-one or small group setting. Unfortunately, we have a finite amount of time available, and we simply can't create more to take on additional people.